All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is lesson 14. We only have 16 lessons in this module, and then we're done with the end of school. So we will stop there. Lesson 14 is all about using division with the standard algorithm as well as a place value chart. So we're going to kind of use these side by side. Our number is 3 and 426 thousandths divided by 2. So that means I have 3 discs in the ones place, 4 discs in the tenths place, 2 discs in the hundredths place, and 6 discs in the thousandths place. So if you do not have a chart created or one that I already made that's in the plastic sheet, go get one now and a piece of paper. Pause while you do this. Okay. So what we have to do is we're going to divide into 2 groups. So I'm going to write it out standard algorithm style as well. We're going to do them side by side. 2 groups that we're dividing into, that means we take this chart, we cut it into 2 groups. That's what we're dividing by. We did this with regular division when we first started it, middle of 4th grade. So this will probably be very similar to you. So we ask ourselves, 3 ones divided into 2 groups. 3 ones divided into 2 groups. Well, when I pass them out, one goes here, one goes here, but I have an extra. So you have to take him and you have to unbundle him. We know that how many tenths are in a 1? Well, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you'll notice I've kept them separate from the original 4. Because we don't want to end up mixing them up. So I don't have 4 anymore, I have 14. So when I divided 3 into 2 groups, I received 1 in each group. Now here's how I taught my students to divide. I said 1 whole times 2 is the same as 2 wholes. And I filled in all of my spacing. Now your teacher may have taught you this way. And either way works for me. If you did 1 here, you just put a 2 and subtracted it. And then you bring down the next number. My class learned how to do this. So we can dot and underline. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. Both of them work. So now I have to figure out how many tenths I have. Well, when I look at my tenths place, I put a dot, just like rounding, and I underline to the left. How many tenths do I have? I have 14 tenths. So I'm going to distribute 14 tenths. My picture shows me the same thing. So I'm going to pass them out one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm just going to keep doing that. So go ahead and keep working. Keep passing out your discs until you have passed them all out. Once they've all been passed out, you know that 14 divided by 2 is 7. So let's check and see if we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you don't know your facts, this will help you. If you do know your facts, you probably don't need this. We're going to do at least one of them now. 14 divided by 2 is 7 tenths. Don't forget to bring that decimal up because he is part of it. So 7 tenths. And to double check it, 7 times 2. 7 tenths times 2 is 14 tenths. But I fill in all my spaces. And then I subtract. And I get 26. Over here, same story. 7 times 2 is 14 tenths. I subtract and I get 0, and I bring down the 2. So I have 2 hundredths to share out amongst 2 spaces. Pass and pass. 2 hundredths. I dot and I underline to the left. There's only 2 hundredths. That's what this said here. 2 divided by 2. We can see is 1, and we should know is 1. 1/100th times 2 is 200ths only. Now, if you need to put your zero spacer in here and your decimal, so you remember that it's hundredths, that's perfectly fine. 2 hundredths is the same as 20 thousandths. You subtract these, you get 6. Over here, 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Subtract, you have 0. Bring down that 6. All depends on the way your teacher taught you, but you'll notice that they both have the same answer. Last part we're going to do is the thousands. Dot your thousands, line to the left. There are only 6 thousandths, which is what my image shows me. I'm going to go ahead and pass those out. 1, 1, 1, 1. Oops, he didn't come out. 1, 1. So you'll notice we have 3 in each section because 6 divided into 2 groups is 3 discs. So I have 3 thousandths. 3 times 2 is 6. We subtract them, we have 0. No remainder. 6 divided by 2 is also 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract, no remainder. So my answer is 1 and 713 thousandths. You must do at least one of these on your problem set, but you can just revert to this once you're done. All right, we're going to do one more. All right, the next problem we're going to do is 64 hundredths divided by 4. We're going to write it out standard algorithm style. If you need to do the place value chart, you can. You're just going to have to pause more often. So make sure you write this down somewhere. I'll pause while you do that. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this into standard algorithm form. Now, there are a few of you who are probably trying to go ahead of me. I don't want to mention any names, but don't. I want to make sure you follow the process. So, first thing we ask ourselves is ones. How many ones do I have? Dot and line. 0 ones divided into 4 groups. Well, I don't have any ones, so there's nothing. So it would be 0. 0 times 4 is 0. Again, if you're in my class, you're filling out the whole thing. If you were in Mrs. Comence's class, she probably taught you to do it this way, and that works as well. Bring down that 6. So when I subtract, 4 minus 0 is 4, 6 minus 0 is 6, bring down that decimal. You have to have this 0 here just to help yourself recognize that there are no ones. So then I want to do tenths, dot and line. There are 6 tenths divided by 4. Well, if I pass out those 6 tenths into 4 groups, how many are going to be in each group? Well, the most 4s I can get out of that are 1. 1 tenth times 4 is 4 tenths, or the same as 40 hundredths. 4 tenths. You're going to subtract both of them. 4 minus 0 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring down that decimal. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring down that 4. These are both the same exact process. So now we ask ourselves, well, how many hundredths do I have? I don't just have 4 hundredths. I have a 24 hundredths. Well, what is 24 divided by 4? If you don't know, count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. How many is it? Well, it is 6. 6 times 4, 6 hundredths times 4 is 24. If I subtract that, I get a nice 0. No remainder on this one either. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Also a 0. So the answer, the quotient, is 0 and 16 hundredths. If you don't know what to do or this is confusing, do not find a partner. You must find me. All right, good luck. Go do your problem set with a partner. Remember, one of your problem set pieces must have this filled out. After that, if you want to just do it this way, I'm fine. All right, good luck.